This is how we ride. This is how we do.
My question is, I hear in your videos and sometimes in your narrative where you go after sometimes the stock car guys on Sunday saying, and there is a lot of this too, but it's not as much as I think there is. The talent pool in NASCAR are the guys from the dirt racing side
right now.
But here's the deal.
I mean,
that's not always the case. The talent pool may be from the dirt racing side, but I can tell you down the list of people that, okay, say these guys you're using as example. Let's just say at 14 they raced at a local racetrack, 15, 16. Say that they had the opportunity to do that, but say there's another 14 to 16-year-old that had the same opportunity but doesn't have a lot of money. If he wins 20 races, but the guy with the money wins 1 or 2, the guy who wins 1 and 2, the Johnny Manziel, goes to the NFL, while the Tom Brady talent, the more naturally talented player, is left behind because he has no money. You could maybe use Kyle Larson and Christopher Bell, but I know grown adults right now in California that used to beat Kyle Larson at Cycle Land. You know, they were just the same age range, but their kids, they weren't sponsored in an outlaw cart by Parker Stores. Like Kyle Larson was. He came from nothing, but he sponsored an outlaw cart by Parker Stores. He's in a $150,000 360 operation at 14 because he mowed enough grass, I guess, to afford that. That's not possible. So, I mean, it's just across the board, the best race car drivers in the world more than likely are not in NASCAR, and that's just because the system of racing doesn't allow talent to proceed. It allows, financials or merits or non-merit-based profiteering, and now it's becoming a monarchy where it's family based. It's full of monarchy and nepotism. It's just littered with it.
Okay, let me get your opinion on this one, Ross Chastain.
I mean, I would love to see the average income for watermelon farming. I guarantee it ain't $50,000. How do you own farms? Doesn't his family owns farms? This is not a poor person who works 9 to 5 at Walmart.
Right.
He's the poorest person
farms in the country. Yeah,
he's the poorest person. Maybe. I mean, I guess maybe Daniel Suarez would have been the poor. I don't know. I mean, we're talking about watermelon farm. Oh, it sounds great because he's a farmer. I mean, I get it that you're trying to push this Luke Bryant narrative to get some right wing fans to still like your show, but I mean that's the media behind the show.
Somewhere along the line, it's just like what I watched earlier, and I'm a Tyler Carpenter fan because he's won the Dome twice.
Right.
My buddies over Aggressive sponsor him. We're all fans of him. You can't take and put that product on TV the way it is. It's too raw.
No way.
You can't put it. You can't sell sponsors, and you can't put this talent, which he has, just no different than Junior talking to Bloomquist, and Helton's going, hey, we can't put you on TV. We can't put you in this spot. That's the same thing. I want to see Tyler Carpenter get that opportunity just as much as you do. But you can't put somebody that's not groomed enough to that point.
Can't wear your
there's going to be enough pieces of the puzzle. Yeah,
I mean, I just don't see that as true. I mean, there is way more sketchier, non-well-groomed characters littered in like the NFL and the NBA, and there's people who can't speak English in baseball. So, I mean, what do you mean? They got sponsors all over their things.
NASCAR being a sponsored-based sport, though, you're throwing, and this is, so my example, let's go back late 90s. My father was going to have a chance to run trucks for Bobby Hamilton, Sr. Well, he's this redneck from South Georgia who's got jacked up front tooth. They say, well, you got to get your teeth fixed. You got to go through speech classes. Because he's a good-looking guy, but he had to look the part and he had to sound the part.
Well,
and it was all because of sponsors.
Well, and that's why NASCAR. I mean, if they really want to know what's wrong with them, that's their problem. Is they've groomed these people too much that they're unrelatable. There's no one that people can relate to anymore. I mean, they used to relate to a Dell Sr. or a freaking Bobby Hamilton or Jimmy Spencer or regular guys. As soon as they started pushing this Kardashian-based style, the fake just doesn't sell anymore. People hate fake. They'd rather have real and ugly than fake and pretty any day of the week.
This is how we ride. This is how we do. Ride mud, slide